Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. Now, today we are watching Apple by GFRIEND, aka 여자친구. So we have taken a bit of a break, about a 2-week break from filming, because we have been in the process of moving. It's a very long story. If you follow us on our Patreon, we have been chronicling the journey. It has been a long and arduous one. Now, it's going to be a while till we get our next set up, but you know, we can't not keep filming videos. So we have a temporary setup here in my editing suite. So we're just going to be reacting out of my editing suite for the next couple weeks until the official set is set up. I hope you guys enjoy these videos regardless of the fact that it looks like I am coming to you guys from a prison cell. Now, I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to check out GFRIEND's Apple. Sorry that it's taken so long. Literally, this video came out right after I had just broken down my setup and unplugged everything and started moving. So it's been on the back burner, but we're getting to it now. I'm really excited for it. I hope you guys enjoy this. Now, before we get into this video is brought to you by our Patreon. And I just realized I don't have the graphic ready. Usually we have a graphic right here that says patreon.com/formatherapy. But guys, if you enjoy what we do here, if you guys want to support us, visit us at patreon.com/formatherapy. Over on Patreon, we check out exclusive bonus content. We do live stage, variety show reactions, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you want to see that, go ahead and check out our Patreon. However, supporting us monetarily is completely optional. If you don't want to or you can't, we understand. Let's get into this video. This is Apple by GFRIEND, and this is your form of therapy. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I had a feeling that was Una. Whoa! 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 Huh. Interesting. Oh man. Oh man. Here, let's turn on the CC and go through that video again, but wow. I think this is GFRIEND's most different comeback they've had. I mean, I think when it comes to the vocal harmonies, you're never going to beat GFRIEND, and it's a very signature GFRIEND type sound. But beyond that, the actual concept, the actual sound for it, it's a little bit sultry, it's a little sexy, but it's sexiness done in such a beautiful, classical way, in a way that only GFRIEND really could. Let's check this out again. Hold on. Let's watch this again. So my initial gut reaction is to think that perhaps it's a reference to the Garden of Eden. Perhaps it's a reference to the Apple of Truth. We'll sort of watch this again and sort of pause, pick things apart, follow along with the lyrics. But, you know, you have the kissing scenes, you have them changing into black. So, I mean, the Apple of Truth also symbolizes temptation as well. So I'm thinking that might be the case, but we'll see. That's the fakest looking apple I've ever seen. That's a real apple. That's a real one. The previous one looked so fake. The sound for this is so interesting. It's one of the most audibly interesting hooks that I've ever heard, like coming right off the gate. Wow. The guitars and the drums. I love how the drums sound a little bit, I mean, they're definitely not like the usual plastic modern pop drums. But it is a little bit muted. The drums, they don't have that clear sort of loud slap that you usually get from a drum. It sounds a little bit muted, and I feel like the video is a little bit distracting me from the genre that this is reminding me of. But this sounds somewhere along the lines of maybe something a little, I mean, it's a little bit retro inspired. I'm just trying to place where I've heard something like this before. I don't know if it's relevant. But if you see her gloves right there, the 6 is circled, and so is on the other side. And then I don't know. I feel like is the whole Garden of Eden, is the whole Apple of Truth thing, is that too much of an obvious go-to? Is that for the symbolism? Because there's 666, which is the sign of the devil, but I don't know if that's the case. I don't like that her eyebrows are so light. I feel like Una's eyebrows, because I think they have the same hair color, or hers, yeah, it is actually lighter, but I feel like they made her brows darker, which is nice, but like her eyebrows almost seem non-existent because they're so light. So the lyrics definitely refer to temptation. The apples seem also symbolic because they talk about was it ruby, bright ruby drops. Did they mention lips at all? Yes, your scent, your color. I wonder if the apples are symbolic of a person rather than the apples themselves. We'll keep watching. But even just this shot alone, if you actually look at this shot, one of the things is they actually have either a pro mist filter, or they did this in post, where the video has kind of like a hazy look. So if you look at this shot compared to here, look at how sharp Una is, right? If you go here and then look at how sharp these details are. But if you look at her right here, everything's a little bit hazy and a little bit dreamlike. And that's usually in film, especially with the set like this, it gives this illusion of a fairy tale dreamlike sequence. Usually something like when you're in a paradise type of location, or when something is a little too good to be true, or when something's not real and it's a fantasy sequence. So that's also something that's alluding to the fact that what you're seeing is, it's not real. It's a temptation. It's a facade. It seems that the whole all the sequences shot inside this garden is actually shot with that kind of look. Look at it. Look at the light blooms just a little bit extra right here. So then this sequence right here too, obviously she's trapped in a maze. Big part of the whole, when you are being, kind of hypnotized and seduced, is you feel lost and you don't know where to go. So this is also, I feel like, symbolic of feeling like you don't know where you are anymore. And then until my lips desire your red allure, and then literally they have scenes where it looks like the members are almost in a trance, hypnotized. Yeah, it's there's no actual desire or passion behind the kiss. You know, it's just empty, blank, almost like they're being hypnotized. Also, can we talk about this look? My God, they all look amazing. So, most likely Shinbi earlier with the red hair, those were extensions because her hair is much shorter here. Everyone looks good. Everyone looks good. I feel like the whole black with the black lips, that attire looks so good on them. And this scene, I feel like alludes to either them playing the temptresses or the versions of themselves after they give in to the temptation. Oh, I love her accessories. Look at that. Oh my God. On top of the black dress, like the gold and the pearls and the diamonds, they just, oh my God. I love her hair too. I love the way they styled her hair, and her eyebrows look a lot darker too. Not quite sure I understand or grasp the scene where they're cutting their hair and then they light it on fire. I mean, they talk about the witching hour. Are there supposed to be witches? Is that part of like a witching ritual? I'm not quite sure. But I love this choreo. I mean, oh man, I've got to see like a performance version of this. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the choreo, it looks like they're controlling them. It looks like Yeti and it's Hwon and yeah. So the three of them are above them, and it looks like they're, you know, puppet mastering, controlling them. And I feel like the three on the bottom are simulating their strings being pulled. By the way, I love the director's decision to shoot this with the silhouette. That's so good. It's so beautiful. And that bass is back. The guitar, the na 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 na, that's back. I love those lyrics too. Infuse with color all my great decisions. That's such a great lyric. This portion right here with Shinbi dancing, I wonder if she is actually representing Temptation herself, because she's dressed in all red, and I wonder if she's representing the apple, the temptation. So she is the temptress, personified in human form. And with the tree set on fire, it's as if the story tracks of like they gave into the temptation. Once they gave into it, there's no turning back. So they set it ablaze. They set it on fire. Ooh, I love it. Like again, the whole thing has like a very fairy tale-esque sort of an inspiration behind it. Feels I wouldn't say Snow White-ish, but you know those fairy tale books, and a big part of that is shooting it with like this sort of mist, this hazy mist, and then you've got like the lens flare coming off of Shinbi's whatever shoulder thing that is, and then you have the horns coming in. Wow. Okay, that was really cool. I think the song is actually GFRIEND's most different title track, and based on the few I've only listened to like maybe two or three GFRIEND albums, but very different even based on that. I feel like the song, especially with that guitar, the main hook, I feel like that is such an intimidating. Let's listen to it again. Such an intimidating, interesting, immediately attention grabbing sound. Yeah, and the drums. Oh my god. It sounds almost a little bit mesmerizing. You know, that part they go, wow, wow, wow. It almost sounds like a chant slash the type of chant you would say during like a hypnotism. Like I feel like it's like the actual like construction of the song, like the way they sing, the melodies, all of that actually feeds into this whole mesmerization, whole temptation theme. Like this isn't just a theme that is relevant to the music video. I feel like it actually blends into the song really well. So I think the creative team did an excellent job on that. I really, really like this. I think this is. I don't know if I would say like this is like my favorite GFRIEND title track song. I don't know. Like rough for me will go down in history as like one of the best K-pop songs of all time. So it's really hard to top that. But at least, you know, for me, it's not always about like, hey, like it has to be my favorite song for me to think this is their best comeback. For me, it's about the intention, it's about the creativity and the art and the artistic direction. And GFRIEND relatively tends to stick to a very similar style. I would say, you know, Time for the Moon Night, Sunrise, all that kind of stuff. It all has like a very similar. They have a storybook, wistful kind of nature to it. This one takes a little bit of a darker turn. Like I don't think they've truly done a dark turn. You know, I would say probably Fingertip was like it was edgy and it was like slightly girl crush inspired, but it wasn't this. This was a darker turn, but it was also like very artful and very beautiful in the same way, in the same vein of like I feel like a lot of their music videos, like Crossroads and stuff like that. I feel like this was just this. I would say maybe is perhaps a very interesting blend between their more cinematic theatrical stuff, like Time for the Moon Night and that kind of stuff, and perhaps a mix of their pop stuff, like let's say Sunrise. I feel like, I feel like, yeah, I feel like there are influences here where this feels a little bit very mainstream K-pop, yet at the same time feels like there are people who kind of don't like GFRIEND's more serious cinematic comebacks and elements. I personally like them just because I appreciate more cinematic stuff, but there are people who prefer their more pop tracks, and I understand. That's totally understandable. This feels like it is a perfect blend between the two, and I don't think they've necessarily really done that. I feel like when they go pop, they really go pop. They always have like that kind of indie movie vibe to it, but when they go a more cinematic route, they really get into it. And so this actually feels like a great middle ground. That's just me personally. But guys, I hope you enjoyed my reaction and review of GFRIEND's Apple. Let me know, what did you guys think about the music video and the concept in the comments down below. I personally really like it. I feel like we're getting a lot of like these Apple concepts in K-pop recently, which is I don't quite know how to feel in the sense that like it feels like the go-to at this point for a lot of concepts, and I think they did it very differently. But at the core of it, it's still the Apple. I think what makes GFRIEND's different is they actually called the song Apple, whereas a lot of different groups, when they do music videos, the song has nothing to do with an apple, but they decide to incorporate their storyline or their song and symbolize it through the apple. At least GFRIEND is actually called Apple, and it's a little bit more focused on the apple of temptation. But let me know what you guys thought about that concept in the comments down below. What do you think about the song? I know people tend to be a little bit more back and forth with GFRIEND's title tracks. I know previously people actually preferred GFRIEND's Labyrinth, and wish that was their title track. But I think GFRIEND's intentions with their title tracks and their choices are very interesting to me. So I think Apple is actually kind of like the perfect in between. But what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, as always, if you would like to support us, if you enjoy what we do, please head on over to our Patreon. Link is going to be in the description down below. That's just patreon.com/formatherapy. Like I said, we do live stage reactions, variety show reactions. If you want to see GFRIEND content, we're going to be checking out GFRIEND content this time around. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Anyways, that's it for that. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and hit like down below. Leave a comment. When you hit like, helps us out a lot with the YouTube search algorithm. We greatly appreciate it. If you could also go ahead and subscribe. If you're a new buddy, I like GFRIEND. I'm not too deep into GFRIEND, and there will be a day when that happens. But we do have GFRIEND content over on our Patreon and on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe and be notified when we upload a new video by heading over here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.